Drivers, start your engines!
Welcome to race 2 here at Charlotte. Here we're doing the same 60 laps. Changed around some of the laps. For us to know the replacement of the number 5 car who was Alice last race and passed away because of the wreck that he had. It's Dylan Abrahamian. In the 5 car now. He was supposed to be the substitute driver in case if Ozcan had a vicious wreck to where he would need to be knocked out of the car for a couple races or rest of his career, or if he passed away. But since the 5 car needs a replacement driver, he's going to be in that car until Ozcan has some problems, and then he's going to get back in Ozcan's car, and somebody else is going to replace the 5 car at it. So it'll be like a substitute type thing. As we got Carmick Lake and Lucas Drake Jr. on the pole, you see, or on the front row. In the second row, you got Lucas Drake's father, Lucas Drake Sr. in the 62 car, starting third, or fourth actually, and little Timmy starting third. Pop Q is Colin Cropley in the third row. We'll go back. Then you got Ziggy Stardust, who had a pretty big crash last week in Bobby Lobotomy. And then you got Logan Stewart and Lucky as we get ready to go green with Carmick Lake leading us to green. And with these screaming engines that we are new to in this series. So we watch them get through turns 1 and 2 pretty decently and neatly. Under 3 and 4, looking neatly as well. So we go back to the back of the pack as you see Snatcher and Rusty Bumpman there. Ooh, they're getting a little tight here. We go up to the lead. Okay, Mick Lake led that lap. Here comes Lucas Drake Jr. with little Timmy and Pop Q is. So far, so good, and we might actually have a little bit of a race going for us this time around. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect. We all know that. This series has never been perfect with races. There's been races that have gotten close to perfect, like Atlanta. Oh, okay, they just washed high a little bit. They're fine there. The leaders are definitely racing a lot harder than people in the mid-pack, which is kind of weird, because usually the mid-pack drivers are racing more. So you see little Timmy still in his new car, into the wall, but he didn't lose too much momentum and didn't get too much problems out of it, is what I'm trying to say. We go back through turns 1 and 2 again. See, the field is pretty much just double wide now. It's kind of like an Atlanta race right now. When something does happen, I expect it to be big, but I don't know exactly how big it would be. Oh, man. Oh, Lucas Drake Sr. almost wrecked with Pop Q is and McLake, and they are. There they go. This is the pack. Oh, man. Yeah, this is pretty much the whole field at this point. Yep, there it is. More cars coming into it. I mean, nothing to really be concerned about in that crash, at least. He almost turned over. Tristan Fowler did, at least. They're still trying to get gathered up back here. And they're still, Tristan Fowler's still getting hit. Oh no, please don't hit anybody, pace car. I think that's all the wreckage so far, unless if they wreck. Fujisaki was the leader to the line, but had some damage, so he's going to be coming in. So we're going to watch Lucas Drake Jr. here in the 55 cars. He's the one that pushes 53 in the wall. He hits the 92, which gets his front end damage. As you see, the 55 didn't get too much damage until he got hit a little bit there and there, actually. Ian Johnson Jr. As he was on pit road already, I don't know if he came in after he missed the wreck, or he was in the wreck pretty substantially. Oh yeah, he got in the wreck. Don't think anything else really happened besides him just getting into it. I think he might have just gotten stuck on somebody. Yeah, he must have just gotten stuck. Oh. Before we go to a couple of cockpit angles here, as we see just in case here. You can see it sort of up front here. Gonna go off the screen just a little bit. Just in case runs through Kyle Darson, puts him into Petrenko, who I think was your caution there if I'm thinking correctly. And you see everybody just kind of pile in. I knew once, if they were gonna wreck, it was gonna be big. I knew that. With Tristan Fowler, as we're gonna see him rocket through the hole that eventually closed up for him and caused him to almost tip over after really the crash actually just ended. As you can see here, he's gonna drive on, and then right here he's gonna clip Nutmeg D, rear-end into I believe the 5 car of Dylan, and then gonna get hit right here when he hits Luis McGreen, and then boom, right there, up and almost over. Coming back to green, it looks like Chihiro Fujisaki got his car fixed up really well. Logan Stewart in second, Carmack Lake third, Haley Deegan fourth, Ziggy Stardust in fifth, Racer Ayama sixth, Justin Tortain seventh, Rusty Butman eighth, Jimothy Timothy in ninth, in 10th, Dylan Ibram. I couldn't say it the next time. God damn. Couldn't say it the second time. Tragedy. So we get back going again. I'm Brahmian. I think that's how you say it. I can't remember how I said it the first time. It's a really interesting last name. I'm just gonna say that. Are they wrecking back there already? They were getting really close to each other. Like they were almost like hooking each other back there. I guess they're good. Should be honestly good. I mean, there wasn't too bad damage to be like given there. I don't think anybody's really a lap down. Yeah, everybody's just barely a lap down. People that were stuck in pit road probably. Dylan, the 5 car right here, made a big move on Rusty Buttman. I thought it was 3 wide, but apparently it wasn't. Here, that Timothy made it back, or if it was 3 wide, and it came back to being 2 wide. Which probably what is happening. He must have gotten a penalty or something. He's coming down pit road, and we are getting word that he is having a penalty to be served. Which the only penalty that we ever have here is, oh, there's Fowler and McLake. I think those two are actually, I think they're, can't see. Yeah, everybody made it by Fowler, so we're good there on that part. I don't want to trust these guys coming to the flag though. Yep, that's exactly why. Oh man, oh, up and over, multiple cars. Oh, we're just stacking them in there. Musty took a pretty hard lick. Chihiro was pretty well destroyed during that. Now we're gonna have to see 2 things. Really, we only need 1 replay for the Tristan Fowler thing, but we're gonna need multiple for this one. So as we're gonna watch Tristan Fowler, I believe he just gets in he just gets in contact with the 92, and the 8 washes up trying to get around him on the outside, but couldn't do it. Now if we go up here, so they're gonna be 3 wide, so I'm guessing Fujisaki bounces off the outside wall, or oh, the 99 just crowded all 3 of them into the wall. And then I believe Musty is the one that slams into Fujisaki here. Yep. That's a hellacious wreck. But you can see they're moving there. As you see, the car is kind of wobbling, so they're decent. Not the best, probably, but they're decent as they're still wrecking up here. The car, as we're going to see him fly into A 53 car right there, very hard impact. I believe, oh look at that debris there. Slow motion with Rusty Buntman as the wreck is already unfolded. He's going to run in the back end of the 61 car of Haley Deegan. And then the 1 car, Blake Narnell, is going to ram into the back end of the 4 car. And then here comes John Anthony. And then there's Dean Ball, Little Timmy. And that eventually knocks him up and over. And the 2 car, Dean Ball, that's technically a flip right there. I believe he goes all the way up and over off screen after Derek Lawson slams into them. We're going to have to check that out as you see the rest of the wreckage unfold over there. Watch Dean Ball absolutely destroys the back end of Blake Darnell. Then he's going to get toppled over by the 55 car and Lucas Drake Jr. Just enough to be a flip in my opinion. I know some people are going to be like, oh, that's not a flip, but that's always, if it's over 90 degrees, especially touching the ground like that with some people's rules, then yes, that's a flip. And we're going to switch over to this rear cram as we're going to see in a second. Oh, up and on top of the 51 car for a second there. And you see the 4 car flipping there. And you're going to see a couple cars flying in here in a second. I'm going to be completely honest with you, I'm surprised little Timmy still made it this far. Like, I mean, he is a 6-year-old. I don't know how he's still doing this after that hard of a hit. He's still driving it. He's going to need a bandage, I know that. As we're coming back to green, we also have reports that little Timmy did request a bandage and a kiss on his boo-boo. As we're going to see Ziggy starting to bring us back to green. That was a lot to unfold during that wreck. The 2 car Dean Ball, he had a little bit of an elbow injury, and just a big bruise on the elbow there. And then Trickley Plant with some air time is slamming back down on the ground. He says that his back is kind of hurting, but it's not too bad to end the race right now. So he's in okay condition. And then as we scroll on more further back, if we can find the driver, I'm trying to remember who it was. Rusty Buntman, who went upside down, looks to actually be in his backup car, and they're wrecking up ahead. Who was that? The 6 car Emmanuel goes hard in the wall, but just in case. Rusty Buntman, as to finish that point out earlier, got kind of knocked around. His legs are kind of hurting after hitting the pedal so many times. But nonetheless, still alright as we see those guys wrecking and them trying to figure out what they're trying to do over here. So it looks like the slow car that was on the restart there was holding them up. That was Trickley Plant a lap down and just holding them up. And then eventually, just in case, gets into Emmanuel Horat and turns them up into the outside wall. The 6 car taking an unbelievably hellacious wreck, but nonetheless still pretty okay. I mean, these cars are pretty absorbent compared to, like, I say, a next-gen car, but it's still pretty hard, especially since we take out safety barriers during our races because we don't want to, or at least the track promoters don't want to pay more money for damage repairs. As we're going to see Emmanuel here. Is he going to go back and turn number 3? The 2 in front of him on the outside go high, very, very high. Kyle Darson and Sage Martin probably trying to get around, but a hard hit. Not too bad of a hit. I mean, whenever you see a car go way up in the air, then that's a bad hit. But since that car barely got off the ground, then that must not have been too bad of a hit. It did give him a lot of damage, so that's kind of a given. Z Stardust is still going to lead us back to green. We still have a lot of cars on the lap down list there. Now we have 3 official retirements. Frosty Musty, Chihiro Fujisaki with huge wrecks. Them 2 were released with big bruises with their lap and also their chest after that impact. John Anthony also out of the race. I think more lingering issues that caused him to be out of the race. As you're going to see, let me check. From 32nd down is a lap down. Everybody else from 31st up to 1st is on the lead lap. So we still have a pretty decent amount of cars on the lead lap. It just depends on if they get stuck behind these slower cars, which Lucas Drake Sr. is just hellaciously slow. Look at that. Just look at that car. Very much holding up the whole field. I think it was actually him that was holding up the field, not Trick of the Plant. That was mean of me for to say. I mean, I couldn't really see that much from those angles. So they get going up there in front as they're trying to get going up back here. Eventually, I think they're starting to find a lane on the inside. Whoever can get on the inside of them is going to have a decent chance. We're going to watch these guys because, I mean, I don't think the guys in front are going to wreck anytime soon. Oh, they just bodied the lap car away. There you go. Problem solved. As long as he didn't wreck anybody back here. Nope, he's good. Yeah, problem solved there, so now we don't have to deal with that issue anymore. So now we can go back to the front and deal with the leaders. As Colin Cropley and Dylan Abrambe is, I can't say it. Abramian is trying to lead the pack to get on the lead lap, as the 92 is trying to lead the pack to be on, you know, the leader. And apparently they tied the last lap around, and there they go. Oh no! No, get off the wall, buddy, get off the wall, come on. No, stop. Oh, and there he goes. Oh, big tumbles. Oh no! Oh, we might have lost a driver. We must have lost some drivers here. Oh my god. Oh my god, what are you doing? What? So as we watch, the reason why I wanted to just Tortain first was because he was the leader. So it looks like Racer Al just washes up in front of Ziggy Stardust, causes this whole thing. Colin Cropley tearing down so much fencing, like yards and yards. I think about probably almost like a quarter of a mile, maybe half of a mile of fencing down. As now he's officially on top of the 5 car and then starts rolling over. We're gonna see him in a different replay when we target on him. And then I don't know exactly what happens to Tortain during this whole entire wreck, but I believe he at least gets hit once, and that was by a sliding car. So I mean, at least he wasn't too horribly injured during that wreck. But then you see this gaggle of cars. Oh my god. Oh, Tristan Fowler with a hellacious impact. It doesn't look like Dylan took too bad of a flip there in the 5 car. Curious Rat looks like he's fine as long as that first hit I think he had wasn't too bad. Oh my god, like what was that crash, man? And they're still wrecking, and that's the wreck with Luke Drake Jr. or Sr. who slammed into somebody. I don't know who it was. I still don't know who it was. We're gonna have to check that really far later. Oh, and they both landed upside down. So as we watched him, Colin Cropley gonna go up into the fence, gets projected into the fence, grinds the fence, destroying the fencing for a very, very long time, and then eventually lands on top of the 5 car, like completely on top of the 5 car, Dylan Abramian. As you're going to see here, as we're going to go back to full speed, as you see there, on top, the barrel rolls over Racer Guy, who caused this wreck to begin with. Also, Curious Rat's hit wasn't too bad. I just saw it at the corner of my eye. I can't say the best for this one. Oh, that was Blake Darnell, which he did drive away, so yeah, okay, it was passenger side too, so I mean, still doesn't get away from the fact that he just did not stop whatsoever. And then these guys keep wrecking up here. You see there, Jesus, come on, guys. This is what happened to Tristan Fowler, as you're going to see in full speed replay. He makes it by that, and then gets into the 92 as he got knocked down in front of him, and then gets slammed by the backwards 52 and 18. Gets sent up and over, and comes back on 4 and drives away after that, as you see the 46 or the 62 flipping in the mirror. Kyle Darson, as you're going to see, oh man, that was reversed, but it didn't look like it phased Tristan Fowler as much as I thought it would. Coming back to green with only 27 cars on the lap now because of that horrific wreck. Luckily, no injuries to be fatal, at least, no serious injuries, just a lot of, at least a couple of broken bones and a lot of broken feelings and a lot of bruises from that wreck. As everybody that was on their wheels was able to drive away, while the two that were upside down didn't take too big of hits to warrant any problems here. They're gonna watch. Oh, they're wrecking ahead. Oh, and there goes Rowdy around. I think the 52 or the 56 was already in the wall, and the 16 spins out in mercy of the 52 or 56 car and comes down and hits the 3 car Josh. You're on the 13 Plant trying to get around Dean Ball, comes down into Conrad Petrenko and gets spun, goes up into the wall pretty hard with the rear end that was already shortened. Now it's extra shortened, and then gets hit by the 56, which I believe the 56 then gets hit by the 53, which pushes him back into the wall. While this is happening, Rowdy is spinning behind this, and then he's gonna slam up into the wall. I think you're gonna. There he is, right there. That's actually in front. I thought it was behind. And then he's gonna collect the 3 car right there after grazing with Rusty Bumpman there. On board with Josh, as we're gonna see him come down to turns 3 and 4. You're gonna see the incident happen in front, and you're gonna see the 50 or the 16 car come up, slide right there, and then come back down and get spun. As we're watching, Pop Quiz going to lead us back to green on this restart. As you're going to see, there's now a lot more cars off the racetrack. As you see, Curious ran out of race after being upside down and having a pretty big hit, but not like a hellacious, like career-ending wreck. Right with a pretty decent hard hit. Then you got Lucas Drake Sr., who eventually retired because he actually got penalized for a hellacious, just no break wreck there at the end of that huge one. Then Ziggy Stardust out of the race and Samantha Ozcan out of the race. No injuries to report that are like serious in a way. As Pop Quiz, who has metal in his chest to connect his ribs and protect his lungs. Alright, this is going to lead us back to green as we're past halfway now in this longer race. So we get back green and we're going to see them come down through turns 1 once more, as hopefully the slowest car stays on the line that he's supposed to stay, and hopefully the faster cars stay around the outside so then they don't get screwed. But it doesn't seem like it's going to happen that way. Oh, he goes to the outside. Everybody else was on the inside, so this might work out. Maybe. Can't be too sure. I mean, I can't be too sure of anything anymore because they've been wrecking pretty hard. Fowler's going down pit lane again. Thought that was about to be a wreck with him and Justin Tortain there in the 92. Try to go back to the leaders, hopefully. See the leaders there, as you see Timothy with a clean car, same with Pop Q is. This is what happens when you can drive good and be out of wrecks. You can have a chance at winning. Because your car ain't damaged. They're having a pretty good battle here too. Somebody just got turned there, I believe. Back here, yep. That's exactly what I saw. More car. Oh man! Lucky took a hard hit. I think that was the 71 car of Jimmy McGraw who went upside down as well. Lucky gets going. Josh gets going, who drove the 9 car. Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no. This might be bad. This might be very bad. Get going, guys. Come on. Oh my god. What are we doing? Oh, they slow down. Oh, never! Oh my god! I think we might have just lost Logan Stewart in that one. I'm surprised we didn't lose. I believe it was Sage Fontaine who went the furthest flying. So we're gonna watch. It looks like the 71 and 32 got together. They hit the 2 car. Then the 71 came down the 43. They get spinning. They slide up. The 2 goes up and hits somebody in the outside wall, I believe. And then I believe what happens here is the 9 car checks up while in the grass, and then another 3 car is coming up at full speed, clips him, puts him into the outside wall very hard. And 71 did turn over. As you see there, as you're going to see both of them going through each other, or like across each other on the screen. The 9 car actually went over the top of who is that? The 13th plant. That must have been a crazy view. We might just do that actually. Hold on. Wrecking, boys, wrecking, still wrecking. More wrecking in front of you. Now wrecking on top of you. As I'm pretty sure the spotter was trying to say to Trickley Plant, as you see him trying to let Rowdy collect himself again. And then back in the mirror, you see the 9 car get hit again. What I need to see is this 56 car, Logan Stewart, who just did not slow down whatsoever, he looked like. Either that, yeah, no, he didn't slow down. Slams right in the back. Oh, driver's side with the rear end of not Matty D. That's probably why he's not okay. Well, the 8 car was kind of just more front flipping than really hard impact. The 24 of 80 Speedy went upside down. And then you see the 56 rolling over one more time. I'm very, oh no, that was passenger side, I believe. Actually, I gotta take another look at it before I can confirm. But all right, before we say anything else, beside that, the 56 car of Logan Stewart did not get killed in the crash. He's actually fine. He has a little bit of ringing in his ears from that hard of a hit. And also, he does have some oil on him after that wreck, which is pretty hot, so he actually got some burns from that. I think Sage Fontaine is still in the race, actually. Hold up. Let me check. Fact check this real quick. Nope, he's not. A lot of cars are actually just not in the race anymore. I don't know, he's the first, or he's the next one to be retired out of this race. So there's about only 30 cars left, which is what we actually, I think, started out with the series was about 30 cars in season 1. Now it's 42 lovely cars and lovely drivers, besides a couple of them. Who, some of them are here still, like Lucas Drake Sr., who just did not slow down, or Logan Stewart, who did not slow down. But I can't say that now because we are having reports that with the Lucas Drake Sr. crash, that was intentional because he was thinking that he was going to get past everybody. With the Logan Stewart situation, that was actually because he actually lost his brakes. Don't know how. I mean, we've definitely had a lot of incidents with brakes losing, and that's why we haven't suspended anybody but Lucas Drake, or made somebody get out of the race besides Lucas Drake Sr. was because mostly they lose their brakes because these are like old, very old cars, so not every part's up to date, and we don't really do that many rules, as I said before, and Pop Quiz is not taking the lead. But we do have certain rules, like how much horsepower and the spoiler. That is the main spec, and also just the actual like shape of the body, because we're trying to be not cost heavy. That's why we're using these old bodies from like 97 to 2002, you know. Insane. See, these guys back here are really just slow cars trying to battle out, trying to find positions for the points, because with our point standings, every race matters, not just one. Timothy's going to lead us another lap with this long race still grueling on. We're getting to the end of it. Oh, we're getting really close to it. Got about 15 or so to go once we hit next time. 16 to go right now. We're about to hit 15 to go next time by. We're actually getting a little bit of a run going this time around because we've actually been green for about 4 laps or so this time by. Maybe 5 this time. No, it's been 4. 4 laps green. See if we make it the rest of the race maybe, or if we wreck we do make it the rest of the race, because there's a lot less cars now, and I don't know if we have any lap cars ahead of us. Oh my god, what are you doing, Rusty? Why are you so slow? He must have spun out or something, because now he's getting back up to speed. He must have spun down the back straightaway or something. I don't know what's happening there with Rusty, because now he's back up to speed somewhat. It's a lot better than what he was. He must have either came out of pit lane or just spun down the back straightaway. I don't understand what happened there. But look at the back. Let's see what we have here. There must have been something going on in the back, because now these guys are very spread out too. Something must have happened back there. Are these the leaders? I don't even know where the leaders are anymore. Oh, there they are. Is there's Darson in front of Pumpkins? Is he going to be able to get around them, or is he going to get stuck? Did pretty good, actually. He got a little stuck, not too bad, didn't do anything horrific. Petrenko didn't really gain too heavily on that. Definitely gained at least a little bit. Yeah, about half a tenth, but... or half a second, but nothing too horrible compared to what sometimes. And he got held up too, so... if anything, that actually just helped pop Q-Wiz in a way. As Lucas Drake Jr. is the next one to be passed for a lap down. Let's see how many laps down he is. He is currently only one. He'll be the first 2 laps down once he does get lapped here. Oh, the 51 car with the hood off. I didn't even realize that he was even on the lead lap and still running in third. That sprayed dog, that treat snatcher in the 51 car, that Napa Chevy. Or actually no, Napa Toyota. And is actually kind of gaining on them. I don't know if he's going to be fast enough with the hood off of it, because Pop Q's car is pretty just clean. Don't really have damage, but he does have a lot of lap cars in front of him now. He has 2 cars, with Dean Ball being the slowest one so far of the ones in front of him right now. Is Petrenko going to be able to get by? No, he gets kind of held up. Oh, he gets held up really well. Go low, dog. Oh, man. Timothy Jimothy really wanted to get by on the inside there. Rip Anthony, Season 1, Michigan. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, he did. Never mind. Yeah, we're actually... I don't know if we can... I think the only way we're getting a wreck is if somebody catches the lap car just the wrong spot. This is really the only thing I can think of that could cause a caution at this point. Oh, here comes Petrenko now. Pop Q's must have gotten stuck behind the manual there. Oh, treat snatcher. Come on, get by him. Really rooting for you. You are a rookie, so I usually root for the rookies a little bit more. Because, I mean, they're rookies. I want them to do better than some of the veterans that have been running into wrecks a lot. It looks like Treat Snatcher is actually catching up. As long as he goes to the inside of this corner and gets around Phoenix Morgan, he should be okay. He does exactly that. Gets a little held up, but that's normal. As you see, Jimothy and Speedia, who was upside down earlier in the race, is now back up here. This race has been a lot of ups and downs for a lot of drivers. Like, there's been a lot of big ones. There's been a lot of big hard hits. There's been a lot of caution wrecks. We're coming to 5 to go this time. Hopefully nobody wrecks, because that might actually end the race. And I don't want it to end the race, because this is too good right now. Because Petrenko's actually there. And there's Dylan Ibrahimian, or Brahmian, I can never say his name correctly. Here comes Petrenko, who was upside down earlier in the race too. Or not Petrenko, but the 5 car was upside down earlier in the race too. Oh, dog's gonna get stuck behind him. It's probably gonna be having to settle for a 4th place finish now because of that. Can Petrenko win this race? I completely forgot who won the season opener because I am very bad at everything at my job. Wasn't it Church? No. I'm just gonna shut up so then I don't get it wrong. I want to look at the standings so I can remember who it was. Was it Lucas Drake Jr.? Can't remember exactly. I did exactly what I wasn't supposed to do, but okay. Oh, here comes the 24. I believe this is for 4th. Yeah, because I think they passed the 51 car. Yep, because the 51 car got stuck behind Jimmy McCraw. 2 to go. Hopefully they can keep it up with 1 more lap so we can end this thing under green after all the incidents that's been happening. White flag. Oh my god, I thought the 98 just got turned. Oh, here comes Pop Quiz. Oh my god, this is going to be a dead heat here in a second, boys. This might be the one classic photo finishes. Oh, here he comes down the inside. Oh, they're wrecking. Oh, they're side by side. Who's going to get it? Come on. Pop Quiz and the photo finish is gonna get it. I thought Lucas Drake Jr. just caused him to wreck out of the race there. That was close. I thought Lucas Drake Jr. was gonna wreck him. He got him though. He got him. He definitely had the more aero efficient car out of them two, but that was almost bad going to turn 4. I thought that was gonna be horrific there. I still think that Quiz was going to use a little bit of dirty tactics there to win that race, but ultimately Drake Jr. kind of just enforced it onto him there. So they go down to turn 3. Pop Quiz is just sending it off into the corner. Drives up, slides up a little bit, but Lucas Drake Jr. also kind of just comes down. They connect, hit the Petrenko car and the 98 car. And I think that was pretty much where he won the race from, was because of that shunt there. Just put him just high enough, and also I think he kind of grabbed the wall off of 4 there. And Pop Quiz is going to finish in 1st, as you're going to see right there, as he crosses the line with 3/4 of the car to spare. As Petrenko gets 2nd. What a great finish. What a great race. Nobody passed away. I mean, definitely a wreck festival race, but I mean, it's the Superspeed series at Charlotte, and it has never been a clean race. Alright, now let's see. Okay, so it was Pop Quiz that has a win. Oh, it was Tristan Fowler who won Daytona. I was right the first time. I just wasn't trusting my instincts there. Pop Quiz wins. Now Petrenko is now the points leader. His 2nd place made him the points leader. Classic Amy is still in 2nd. Tristan Fowler, who had a horrific wreck, and also was off and on pit road, and I believe eventually just DNF'd. He gets shot all the way back down to 8th. Low Timmy in 7th. I believe that's where he finished off last season, so a pretty good start for this season at least. Colin Cropley, who was in the fence earlier in that race and ultimately actually finished with a good finish, I believe, is in 9th in the point standings. Who else is pretty notable here? Treat Snatcher, his 1st season in this series, is 13th. Not bad. Ozcan not as good as last season, but it's only the start of the season. Anything can happen. As we go down, make sure nothing happened. Oh yeah. Atlas with only 1 race and 1 DNF after he passed away in his race. Only on lap 9. That's not good. But that'll be it for this race, and we'll see you guys next race, which will be at Atlanta.